My name is Kaan. I'm Kaan Öztüzün, and I am from the TRT2 crew. I am responsible at TRT for creating the virtual scenes and optimizing them and scripting them. So I'll be here to guide you to create virtual scenes with Unreal Engine. So I just want to go over some Unreal Engine concepts, and I just want to talk over virtual studios. Then we can switch on the Unreal Engine side, how to create scenes, how to lighting them, and how to create visual scripting with blueprints. For example, at the last day of our training, I just want to show you some of the basic concepts for like creating elections bar, 3D bars, etc. And I just want to talk over for the optimization, which is the most important field in the virtual studios. So I just want to give you some insights for what is a virtual studio. So virtual studios is basically 3D graphics, 3D models, which can be used on Unreal Engine to import. And there is an other side. There's a device called tracking devices. So we can use that tracking devices to synchronize our movements with the camera and the inside the engine's camera. So let's think games, for example, like Counter-Strike or the Half-Life. So what will happen when we override the player's camera to another player camera to with the real camera's position? So we will create a synchronization between this, and after this there's a physical movement on the virtual scenes. So we can create the synchronization and we can shoot our scenes basically. So what's the benefits of it? So first thing is going to be flexibility and cost efficiency and the freedom. So we can create the 3D models at another external software such as 3ds Max, Maya, Blender, and we can directly import it into the Unreal Engine. Then we can script it according to our needs, and we can continue. So there are different types of virtual studios. One of them is the classical green screen, and the other one is going to be our feature called end display. So at the second stage, you can see the end display's example. It's a LED screen. So according to the end display, we can directly get the real lighting, and the reflections will be much better. But on the green screen side, unfortunately, it's not that good. So we will going to talk about how to key them, how to key green screen in Unreal Engine with using simple materials. Unfortunately, I don't think in here we don't have any end display technology, but the main idea is create them in Unreal Engine as levels.
Can I ask something?
Sure.
We talked about the reflection, but what about the shadow?
Mm-hmm.
Which one performs better in terms of shadow?
Actually, it's according to our studio lighting. And there is another lighting stage for the virtual studios. It's completely calculated on the Unreal Engine side. But if you ask me how to create real physical shadows, it's totally up to studio's lighting.
So does this studio
Hmm.
require another equipment to detect the shadow of an actual person, for example,
Uh,
Do we detect the actual shadow and put it in the final rendering, or do you render the shadow?
Actually, there are two types of shadowing. So we can divide it into two. So first one is physical, real, for example, Anchorman's shadows, and the second one is the virtual studios shadows, which is completely calculated in the Unreal Engine side. So we can combine them after in the compositing part. So we discussed. You can check it if you wish. After that, I just want to mention about key components of Virtual Studios, which is we need a real-time engine such as Unreal Engine or Unity or Godot. They are all customizable for according to our needings, but Unreal Engine will be much better for our needs. And for the virtual studios, we are going to need some 3D models, so we can get them or we can model them at 3D modeling software such as 3ds Max, Maya, Blender. So it's completely up to 3D artists. And camera tracking system is important at this point. So there are some technologies like Stipe, Mosys, and Traxxas Talent. So what they are doing basically is getting a real world location into the Unreal Engine. So after that we will have a 3D dimension coordinates for the synchronization in the Unreal Engine's camera and the real camera. And I just want to talk about it's actually about Unreal Engine's evolution, because with each Unreal Engine development, with each new version, we have created some really advanced virtual studios. And before there was a Unreal Engine 3, after that Unreal Engine 4, we can able to create our own scripts because Unreal Engine 4 is open source, so we can customize the Unreal Engine. And we started with especially with the TRT2, we started to create our own virtual studios with Unreal Engine 4. Unfortunately, at TRT we couldn't switch to Unreal Engine 5, but right now the technology is able to do it on Unreal Engine 5 as well. So Unreal Engine 4 were using some techniques for the dynamic lighting, and there was a static lighting called. With this static lighting, we have to bake some shadows and the lighting. But Unreal Engine 5, there's a new technology called Lumen. So it's completely a dynamic solution for global illumination, which is photon calculation in real time. So we no longer needed to wait some bakes for the realistic lighting. And there's also LED walls. So have you ever heard Mandalorian? So Mandalorian completely uses end-display technology and LED walls. So LED walls just creates a reflection and the lighting at the background. So our actors gets really good reflections and the lighting. And there are some virtual studio technologies called Blackmagic, Zero Densities, Reality Engine, which is fully customized Unreal Engine for broadcasting. And there's Vizarti and Avid's Maestro for these virtual studio technologies. So what they are doing basically is they are just helps that to create this process very easily actually, because for example on zero density's reality engine solution, we can directly get the tracker's location into the cameras, and we can directly there's a visual scripting for the zero density, so we can directly connect this coordinates into the camera, and we can modify if we need it. So what will be the qualifications for developments for virtual studios? First of all, it's going to be in our session. We will need some Unreal Engine proficiency. So, because Unreal Engine is a game engine, so it has lots of capabilities like blueprints and handling the 3D environments, and we also have to maintain a good optimization. So, we will just need some Unreal Engine proficiency to create high quality productions. And we will need some 3D modeling artist, or directly a 3D modeling software that we can create on our 3D assets. And also there is a system called Bridge and Megascan. So it's a free library. It was free. So unfortunately they are switching to Fab. So they are going to make it subscription methods for the free 3D assets right now, but you can download it right now, and it will be yours forever if you download it right now, or it won't be available in January. So I just wanted to give you that information. And operational knowledge will be very wise to have a handyman to know camera tracking systems. So it will be very wiser move to learn these camera tracking systems and how they are working, such as Moses or Stipe. And for sure, broadcasting knowledge will be important for this workflow, especially for the virtual studio operations, like managing the live feeds, or having a knowledge about AJA inputs and outputs to feed the Unreal Engine site. And the graphics and post effects will be very helpful to create visually good scenes. So lighting knowledge and color compositing and color correction post-production tools will be needed for the virtual studio development. So as I mentioned, there are some 3D models, 3D model softwares such as 3ds Max, Autodesk, Maya, Blender. So we can use them to create our 3D models. Blender is open source and free, so we can directly download it. Also, there are some additional 3D model softwares to check that on the web. And we will go over the 3D modeling softwares in the following sessions, and we will just talk about to create 3D models for real-time engines. Like they need to be low poly. Yes, there are some new concepts called nanite to handle high quality graphics, high quality and very high polys, but we need to maintain the optimization after all, because we couldn't trust it directly. We will talk about the low poly and high poly models and how to make them. So we will talk about the new technologies such as Lumen and Nanite for the Unreal Engine 5. As I mentioned earlier, Unreal Engine 4 was using light maps to calculate the GI and proper shadows. But right now, we are able to use dynamic lighting with really good GI calculations in Unreal Engine 5. And Unreal Engine 4 was using SSR called screen space reflections, but Unreal Engine 5, there is also a new technology called lumen reflections. And Unreal Engine 5 has Nanite and the Lumen right now. So in this courses, I will go over the Unreal Engine overview, how to use the editor, how to create the scenes, and how to import it into the Unreal Engine. And I will go over the creating materials and lighting. There are some different lighting techniques. I will go over them, and I will show you how to create post-process volume can be used in the Unreal Engine. For there is a volume, we can place it in the several places into the level, and we can see different post-process effects on these volumes. And I just want to talk about feeding the 3D assets or the plane, basic plane with live video feeds, and optimization and performance we will going to discuss. So, and it will be our closing. Thank you.